Good afternoon, or good evening. I'm here with Sam at Church Road after a tight 2-1 defeat to Raynes Park. A lot of action today, Sam. A lot of things that we could talk about that we're not going to talk about. So we'll just keep it to the overall 2-1. What's your thoughts on the game?
I thought we'd done all right, to be fair. I think if you look at the goals, unfortunately, first one, we just let the third man run, come through, we've called offside and everyone stopped. And Jordan Gallagher, great finish over Sam, who tried to obviously rush out and help. But, you know, one lapse of concentration, 1-0 down. After that, there wasn't really sort of too many chances at that point. I thought we kept it quite compact in areas, tried to threat obviously from set pieces, which we did. Just obviously couldn't put it in the back of the net. Going to the second half, again, still tight. I think they made a few adjustments to try and obviously combat what we were doing, which was fine. But again, second goal, lapse of concentration, first bit's done really well. When obviously at that point needs to be cleared, we don't. They nip in and capitalise on the back line, obviously making a step out, and it's another good finish by Mr. Gallagher as well. So after that, unfortunately with the 10 men, there's a lot of graft there and a lot of hard work. But you know, credit to the boys that were out there. You know, still showed a bit of character. Still obviously went out fighting. And to be fair, whilst we maybe didn't deserve to win the game overall, we definitely deserved to get a goal, I feel like, just to make it a little bit closer than on paper, so it actually shows what it was like. And Oscar obviously got that, again, threatening from a set piece. But yeah, a few other factors that we won't talk about, but yeah, played a little effect, and unfortunately, yeah, went against us today.
Yeah, I think that was it for us, because I think first half we looked like we were going to cause them issues aerially. Don't think we capitalised on that enough. No. Don't think we got enough balls into wide areas and crosses in, or managed to really work the keeper well enough from set pieces. So that was a little disappointment. But yeah, obviously going down to 10 men in the second half was always going to be a tough ask. So to score during that period, I guess was a credit to the lads that kept going. How were the lads afterwards?
I'm tired, to be fair. Like, you know, they graft, you know, and I didn't really want to tear into them. Obviously, when you go down to 10 men, it's always going to be difficult. They're okay. I think they're just disappointed that we find ourselves giving people goals, and that was obviously the message at the moment. There's not many teams that have, you know, bopped it around us and scored like this worldy goal. It's normally come from one of our mistakes, and I think that's where they're a little bit down because of that. But it's something that we just got to bounce back from, and as I said, it wasn't about sort of tearing a new one. It was a pat on the back, dust yourself off, because yeah, when you go down to 10, it's always difficult.
Yeah, you mentioned two good strikes from Geordie, and they were, but you know, again, I think you've got to look at the goals that we conceded there. First one, Route 1's almost down the middle of the pitch, proper switched off. You know, I guess if you give any player at this league that opportunity, you know, there's a good chance they're going to punish you. Yeah. And I just felt we were a bit naive in the run up to Jordan's second, which he took really well. But we had 3 incidents of them switching the ball into him out, you know, hanging out wide on the left hand side, being their obvious outlet. He'd come inside 3 times, and we made good blocks. And I thought Sam, certainly from our point of view, deserved a posthumous mention. I thought he was excellent in goal.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
But we didn't learn, and then eventually he comes in with, you know, just changes his kind of attack point, a deft little finish, you know, curled inside the opposite post. But we had, I felt like we was again naive. You know, there was an opportunity to see that was the way that they were trying to get some joy.
Yeah, we were a bit, and you're right. I think, as I said, I think in the middle of the park, one of our boys obviously had a chance. I think he'd done quite well. He nipped in and got it, and then tried to take too many other touches, and then they punished us. I think at that point where we've obviously set them to say, look, if we've pressed in the middle of the park and we've got it, we also want to step up. But at that time of us stepping up, they've won the ball and it's nipped over our head. So I think as the lads obviously stepping out, Geordie's obviously hung out, you know, he's where he needs to be, and obviously he's done that really well. And by that time, it's a bit hard to recover. But yeah, it's a great finish. I'm not going to take anything away from Geordie at that point.
I think he's on 25 goals this season, so you know, he knows where the net is.
I think past that, so we've given him the chances, you know, and he's a good player. He's going to take him. You get punished, and that's what happens when you start going up the levels. You know, you're going to get punished by the better players, and that's what we did. And unfortunately, I say that's kind of happened with quite a few goals this season.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's the plan in terms of the week ahead with the lads for?
So we got one. Yeah, we got one session obviously before. So the trusted bank holiday getting in the way a little bit, but yeah, one session obviously try and regroup. Obviously, just trying to like rally them again and get them up for that game. But it is a big game. For us, it's another opportunity to try and find a team that hopefully doesn't beat us or take anything from us. We obviously beat them in the first game. They're going to be well up for redemption, so we've got to make sure that we're ready for that. And they're scrapping still for a few points just to make sure. So we have to remember that. And we don't want to get pulled into anything either. So again, I guess the fortunate bit was teams around us obviously didn't pick up points, and the games are running out for people. But we just need to ensure that until it's mathematically done, we keep pushing, and that's the message.
Yeah, it feels like you guys are wanting to take it to the end of the season, trying to keep it interesting.
Oh mate, my airline's bad as it is. I don't need this, mate. I want to get it over and done with. But yeah, that's in a way it's kind of a good thing for the boys. It's still something to play for, so that's the thing we've got to look at as well.
Yeah, well, at least there was a bit of a reaction today from following what was really substandard on Saturday. 100%. So that was a definite plus. Sam, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Have a good week.
Cheers, mate.